All right, for many, the Frito Pie takes you back to grade school days when you could indulge in the lunch lady's masterpiece of beans, chips, and cheese. Fortunately, there are a number of spots in the Duke City where you can still indulge in the dish. Joining us now to find out where to get the best Frito Pie in town is Yelp representative and around town expert Howie. So, first question, why is the Frito Pie so popular?
Yeah, it's huge here in New Mexico. It's huge. I actually, growing up in the Midwest, never encountered the Frito Pie.
Really? Okay,
Never.
I wasn't sure if this was something that was because it's not, we think of like green chili, that's obviously New Mexican, but I would
Right.
think that the Frito Pie,
Well,
why wouldn't everyone want this?
Yes, that's true. So the original is just the corn chips, chili, and cheese, right? And maybe some lettuce thrown on top. But one of the origin stories, no one knows exactly where the Frito Pie was sort of developed or made, but one of the origin stories goes to the 1960s in Santa Fe. A woman basically from the Woolworth's lunch counter developed a version that had chili con carne in it.
Okay.
So it definitely was a New Mexico way of incorporating what could have already been a somewhat established dish.
Okay.
But it fits here. It works,
Yeah.
right? Green chili is a perfect topping. We have, so many great, sporting events and high school, the high school sporting scene here is really big. So this dish is big with everyone who grows up here.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about some of the spots nowadays that people can go out, get a great Frito Pie.
Okay, let's start with the Ironwood Kitchen. This is an old school place. Craig L says chicken fried steak is delicious. Also, the green chili stew and Frito Pie are worth the trip all on their own. So,
Okay, and that's up on the west side near the Marble Tap Room. I think
believe so.
It's just off of Unser, I think, and it's a pretty big area too.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they got a pretty big footprint up there.
Yeah.
What's next?
the best, the most old school of them all, the Doghouse.
Can't get much more old school than that. Folks.
No. Josh H says, I love this place for a quick lunch stop. The chili dog is great. The Frito Pie is pretty amazing too. And he says, I've been here a few times and we'll just keep coming back for the great American food. That is true. This is great American food.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's on a budget. You can't miss it. If you're in Albuquerque, this is an iconic place.
Yeah, and it's also, if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, you remember
Exactly.
the Doghouse. Exactly. So it's a celebrity too.
It is.
Right?
Last one we're going to bring up is Nexus Brewery. And Jen, our Yelper here, says that it's easily in the top 3 favorite Frito Pies of her life. So this is a place, these guys really do it right as far as just loading it up with green chili and making it very New Mexico.
Really? Okay.
Very New Mexican.
Okay.
A couple others to note, the Duran Central Pharmacy downtown.
Which I've heard too. That's kind of a hidden oasis.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they got some great food there.
Yeah, that's another, you must see this if you're visiting Albuquerque, go to Duran Central Pharmacy. And also Tia Betty Blues does a Frito Pie with carne adobada.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
great. So a variety of options there. Of course, Labor Day weekend just a few days away. What's going on around town this
A
week?
lot of exciting stuff this weekend. The New Mexico True Fest at Expo New Mexico. Among other highlights, there's a New Mexico Wine and Jazz Festival on Saturday. There's also a specialty foods showcase, a food truck rally, arts and crafts show. There's a ton going on at the fairgrounds this weekend, so go check it out. There's the Food on a Stick Fest on Memorial Day.
Okay.
And that's at Cliffs.
Okay.
And finally, the last thing, if you go into Yelp.com right now, Yelp.com/events, you will see a big highlighted event called Waxing the City. This is a waxing business, and this is a community manager Yelp event, so it's free to anybody. Come on out. They're going to do facial waxing for free for anyone. So for guys, that's eyebrows and ears, or noses and ears.
Okay.
For girls, that's eyebrows and lips.
Okay.
But there's going to be refreshments there, treats. You can get to know this new business, and like I said, totally open. So just let us know you're in.
Fantastic. Lots of stuff.